I know the art of fight. I know the art of war. That's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring, because I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you believe in me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss them. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my show, Excuse My Behavior podcast. I'm your host, Sierra. It's been a while since I posted my last episode, about a month or so. So for those of you who have been following me, watching my videos, I do want to apologize to you guys. Now that football season is back, I will try to keep posting more videos, hopefully once a week. So definitely stay tuned. If you are new, please subscribe, so when I do post, you can definitely get the notification and check it out. Now, with that being said, the Washington football team have a game today. Obviously, we will be playing the Arizona Cardinals at 4 o'clock, week 2. And I want to talk about that. But before I do, you guys know I have to talk about week 1 against the Eagles. First things first is that we started out the first quarter with no score. Eagles was up 17-0, and we couldn't even get down the field. We couldn't even get halfway down the field. We couldn't even get like 30. We couldn't get nothing, right? Defense weren't playing good. They were throwing over us and completing passes, and then Carson Wentz messed up, and he threw an interception to Fabian Moreau, and that's when everything started to turn around for us, right? Redskins, by the end of the fourth quarter, Redskins, it was 17-0. By the end of the fourth quarter, the end of the game, Redskins was up. I think it was 27-17. We was able to hold the Eagles to 0 points second half. They was not able to get not one score, mainly thanks to our defensive line and Dwayne Haskins playing smart football and not turning it over. What I want to shout out our defensive line: Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Ryan Kerrigan, who I've been loving since forever, Jonathan Allen. I think almost every player on our defensive front got a sack against Carson Wentz. And that tells me that our defense is going to be good this year, at least way better than last year. And if we can keep this up, especially getting at least like 5 sacks a game, I believe that we will make it very far, very, very far this year, maybe even in the playoffs. So I want to talk about a few things in the first game. First, Eagles fans saying that we're hurt. Our offensive line was hurt. We're missing starter this, starter that. And we get it. Of course, the Washington football team fans get it. Mind you, I think we was last year, if not the team in the NFL with the most people on IR. So we get the players being hurt, but however, y'all didn't let us use that as an excuse. So it's no excuse for y'all. And then at the end of the day, no matter how many players were hurt on your O-line, y'all was able, they did a good enough job that y'all was able to get up 17-0. So as far as why I wasn't able to keep that up momentum, I have no idea, but don't blame it on injuries because there's no excuse. If that's the case, you wouldn't have been up 17-0. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our 4 o'clock game against Arizona. This is going to be a challenge because, for one, they have Kyler Murray, who's a mobile quarterback, very mobile, at least more mobile than Carson Wentz. In his game, week 1 against the 49ers, he had scrambled, I guess, or ran the ball, carried the ball 13 times for over 90 yards. That says a lot. That says a lot. And they did this against the best defensive front in the NFL, at least last year they were. So against the 49ers defense. So that says a lot. Now, our defense may be at least telling off just week 1 alone, because we really don't know, just week 1. At least telling off for week 1 alone that our defense may be a little bit better than the 49ers. So, and they was not able to have that Joey Bosa. No one was able to stop Kyler Murray. And well, they got 1 sack, but he was pulled down by his shirt. So hopefully our defense can really step up. And I know week 1 was a big challenge, but this one is even a bigger challenge. Not only that they have a mobile quarterback who's capable of running the ball over 90 yards against the best defense, but they have DeAndre Hopkins from Houston, Texas. Now, he was targeted 16 times week 1 against the 49ers. 16 times. If Kendall Fuller is not playing today for the Redskins secondary, then I don't know. I don't know if we're even going to be able to containing Kyler Murray may not be enough. Because I know when we played the Texans before, and obviously they had Hopkins, we was not able to contain him, not even one bit. I think they blew us out. So, and then I hope that our defense is not so concentrated on Hopkins that they forget about Larry Fitzgerald, or they forget about Christian Kirk, or they even forget about Kenyon Drake. We don't need to forget about none of them. What we need is a quarterback spy, like one person to keep an eye on the quarterback at all times. And then we have, our regular assignments. But I don't think that our whole defense would be focused on 1 or 2 players, because they have a lot of playmakers on their offense. So we need to make sure that we're able to contain everyone. I know that's a big task for our defense, but if we expect to even make it to the wild card this year, we have to be capable of doing this. So hopefully we can take care of Arizona. We can do what they were hired to do, and go from there. Now, I do want to mention something about Arizona. Arizona, at least last year, was the worst team in the NFL in defending against tight ends, right? Last year, they was the most as far as touchdowns allowed by tight ends, which it was 15 overall. So we definitely need to put in Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas last year had a year high of not year high. I'm sorry, you guys. Logan Thomas last game, had a the highest target on our offense as far as 8 targets. Now, I know 8 targets to one player is not really good. It may say a lot by our quarterback, but nevertheless, he was targeted the most in that game. So why not keep that up? Why not keep that momentum up and do it against the worst team in the NFL in defending tight end? So definitely more targets to Logan Thomas. Definitely need a quarterback spy. We definitely need Kendall Fuller playing in the game and defending Hopkins. And we definitely need to contain Kyler Murray. And we definitely need to be careful about throwing the ball against their secondary. If we can do those 5 things, then I believe we can come up top. I'm predicting the Washington football team to win this game by field goal. If we win by more, then great. But I expect this to be a really close game. I don't expect Arizona to blow us out because they're not even. When you think of Arizona, you don't think of, you're not really, I guess, scared, right? If we play Arizona week 1, we wouldn't have been like, I feel like at least against the Eagles was more of at least at the time, I felt like the Eagles was more of a challenge than competing against Arizona. The Washington football team, the Redskins, beat Arizona out of the last 11 games we played Arizona. We won 9 of those. However, those two of those losses against Arizona was on the road. However, our last game against Arizona was in 2018. It was on the road, and the Redskins came on top with a victory. So maybe we can do that again. It was 24-6 the last time we played Arizona. So maybe we can do that again. Repeat history, right? History repeat itself, right? So hopefully that will happen again. Again, we did win the 9 out of 11. So that should say a lot. And our defense is way better. Again, so that should say a lot. Now, there is some, both teams have momentums, right? The Cardinals are over 500 for the first time since 2015. Washington, we sacked Carson Wentz 8 times. Kyler Murray, he rushed for 91 yards and 13 carries, 13 attempts. That's a lot for a quarterback. Washington won their game against the Eagles. However, we only had about 240 yards of offense. Arizona won their game against the 49ers. They only scored 24 points. However, they had over 400 yards of offense. So that says a lot, right? We have to produce. Our defense need to smash, and our offense we got to get it together. So again, I'm predicting us to beat the Cardinals by 3 points. Not really much. And we go off to 2-0, and then we just keep repeating that and keep repeating that and keep repeating that. But that is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to definitely tune in some notable games. I want to definitely tune into is the really our whole division, right? Because I want everybody in our division to lose. I want us to be on top, just because we were the laughing stock of the NFL this offseason. Our name changed, Dan Snyder and these sexual allegation stuff, and just all this other stuff, Amazon and FedEx Field threatening not to let us come in the stadium unless we change the name. And then the Washington football team, right? What type of name is that? I tell you this, if we make it to the playoffs this year with the name Washington football team, I would love for us to keep the Washington football team name. Absolutely. But I'm going to go and get ready for Sunday. Sunday football. We're going to tune in, I guess, to the Cowboys versus the Falcons. I'm rooting for the Falcons, obviously. And that is it, you guys. And so I will post more videos, hopefully once a week. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get the notification. And that is it. Thank you for watching Excuse My Behavior podcast. You guys have a great day.